spells every day.
Well, I always just pray that my voice is a positive, vibration that's going out to people that will uplift them and get their day going. Because I have to, do that early in the morning. I don't want to get on there and it be like, her voice just do, I don't want people to feel all negative listening to me. So, okay, we got to do this shit.
Yeah, check that first mic. Yo, mic.
Hello, mic check. Mic check.
I'm muted.
Mic check.
I got to wear my nose. I'm sneezing. Lord,
I'm right up out here. I'm not no demon girl.
I got to sneeze, but it won't come out. I'm trying to get it
Hello,
out.
mic check. Mic check.
I ain't been the same ever since.
I'm in a
Y'all
line.
over there talking about Millie, she done came.
I know.
I am, honey.
Look at she just
am.
like.
I don't do that.
Hello, mic check.
I don't want to know.
Mic
Don't
check.
tell me
Mic
nothing.
check. Mic
Keep praying,
check.
honey, God.
Look, don't tell me nothing.
You don't want to know?
Just let me find out.
See me, I'm just so sick of being surprised and stuff. I'm very curious.
But see, I got a master's in
Now, but if
psychology,
she
so
tell
I
me
had
the
to
wrong
explore
thing.
all of that.
And that's what I was afraid of too, but they kept telling me good stuff, so I was like,
But see, my friend went to me, let's go to the ring. I ain't going with no man, because she might tell you exactly what, I ain't finna go with you, because this truth might be coming out.
I don't want to know
She
nothing.
We'll have a long ride home.
She tell me wrong thing, I'm going to jail or something.
Right.
Yeah, your man been cheating and calling them cheaters.
That man that you
No,
said
I ain't
what
going to
you
jail for
did.
that. Look, I ain't going to jail for that.
here we go.
Turn your volume down. Turn the YouTube volume down.
Won't get like that.
Yeah, we about to turn up. It's girls. I am girls. Empowerment. Danniesha Murphy in the building. We gon' call her Miss D. Y'all didn't know I could flow like that because Miss Millie told me that I was gonna be.
Girl, don't you bring that woman down
Bring
here.
her up.
Girl, she don't want her a portion of
I
that.
got to sneeze and won't come out. I got to sneeze and won't come
She don't
out.
want her penny money, royalties and publishing.
Oh, let me
Whenever
stop
you ready.
playing.
I got to sneeze and it won't
Is
come
it
out.
on? Is it on the global one or is it on
She
the
already
underground?
It's on
cashed you
yours.
down, honey.
Okay.
How am I
Just
looking before we
make
go
sure
live?
make sure that's straight.
My eye water, it ain't nowhere to say they say Theo that studio.
The real underground universal language.
It's funny. I done sat here and tied down my business.
Girl, we have a whole
You
session.
sure good, girl. But no, God is good, Everybody got a story. You got to start from somewhere. You got to trust the process. Because we got some stories too.
Girl, whole man.
Ooh, Jesus, thank God for change.
You hear me?
And you know what, before we get this started, I remember you
From where?
from back absolute days.
Yes.
You used to, I never forget, my cousin used to date Danniesha, man. And
Johnny?
Yes.
And they could.
Yes,
On
and
the
we thought that we
find
was
out.
cousins, yes.
That's crazy.
And one night I was going out with y'all. Y'all was getting ready for a show. You and
Cherie.
no, Cherie was with us too.
It would have
I
to be her
can't
show.
trust you because you live in double lives. What's the girl that seen it?
Exotic. Yes.
Yes, you had your little shingling-a-ling with your stomach out.
Probably did back
I
then.
remember that. I said, "Go, this is."
Probably
Yes.
did back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to bet you like you don't remember.
It was so long ago. And
It was. It's probably like 2005.
All right, that time I don't remember a lot of things. 2005.
probably
Let me
don't
just
need
say that this a disclosure.
That's when Red first got killed. My dude had just got killed, and I used to come up here all the time to kind of just,
Cause Ju was living up here at that time, wasn't she? Or
Yeah,
had she just no?
Nah, she was.
She was she
Ju
back
up
and
here?
forth?
Yeah, Ju was up here then, huh, Darnell?
Yeah.
She was up here.
Cause she was like with area real heavy.
Yep,
We used to be up
Area.
over there on
And the
Cross Street.
Mobley girl.
Yeah, because
Yep.
girl, Ju used to have me laughing because she could dance real good, but she was real cute, but she would drink them beers. She had them tall cans. And I was like, you cute, why you drink beer like that? I couldn't believe it. It was a tall can. I was like,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
So, like, before we get this thing started, let's do it, like you said, the perfect style. As far as, like, we doing. Let's have fun with it.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, like, hey,
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want it to be too Power 92-ish.
No,
We
we're
know how
gonna
to do is stick to the plan and just so,
No, and we can talk
serious.
about some trending topics and stuff. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about your organization.
Okay.
You just incorporated, got it
Okay.
started from Pine Bluff.
Okay.
We're gonna do a full introduction.
yeah, okay.
And
It's
all
gonna
of
be
that.
fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Because you know how most podcasts, they be so strict to the strip. I want us to be
Where
fun.
your phone at? You want me to record?
I want it to be fun.
Yeah, we can do all of that.
Cause I like your energy.
See? Miss Billy said I had that energy.
Girl, cause you that was in that loud and stuff. I ain't never seen this one before.
Really, I ain't gonna lie, I be scared 'cause sometimes I
What
be
you doing though?
had some stuff going on and then I be like, oh Lord, I done messed up whatever frequency I was on. I know she finna tell me something crazy, but she hasn't yet.
But no, I like your energy.
Thank
I really
you.
do.
Thank you, thank you,
I
thank
was
you.
trying to see what kind of pop come song that we can pop. What about that?
I'm trying to do something that won't get flagged because you know they got their copyright stuff, so
Right.
it's like I don't use mainstream beats.
Okay.
So this is like a light
I don't
money
know how
bag
to
yo
go
type
live.
beat. Everything is like
Okay.
a,
Yeah.
so who
Okay.
you want? Who you want?
I was
Like
thinking
City
about
Girls?
no, because I am girls in power.
Right.
What is that? Her or something? What's a good song to
It's
get the?
slow. Her.
Not so. I want something with a beat, like something that's upbeating. What's one, Carlisha? You all into that?
Into
Or
what?
something with a beat, like a positive upbeat, like hey, not no city.
Girl,
girls
I've
type
been
shit.
listening to a Young Blue put up with your shit for the last time on repeat.
I'm gone.
Girl, Callie bobbing to it.
Oh my God, that's what you're
Okay,
girl.
never mind.
Never mind.
What type of
You don't want me to tell my chronicles, huh? You wouldn't be out on the curb, I swear. And that's what he said. I swear to God, you had some nerve. We locked in from the 18 Inc. Is this the 18 Inc or Studio 62? We know we ain't no skate world.
18. I think.
It's
Yeah,
18.
18.
Because this was on the side of the building.
Yeah, 18. Okay, let me find us a beat.
Carlisha talks to Young Blue.
You
Girl,
funny.
I'm telling you, I put that with your bullshit brother last time.
We
It'll
don't
be
want
bumping
that.
on.
Girl, I've been bumping that out. I gave you some of that.
Look, now
I
I'm
know
finna
you
find
need to
a
be.
young blue type beat.
Carlisha said Young Blue.
Girl, I'm telling you.
Oh God.
I felt it in my soul.
It hits you like that, huh? I gotta make sure I'm getting all levels and stuff together.
What is the YouTube?
Yeah. Let's do a Nipsey Hussle type
I was
beat.
thinking that.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but I ain't
I
know,
showed
I ain't know if
What about
y'all.
old Nip?
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
I was thinking the same thing, but I ain't know,
So, do you have a page for the universal language on Facebook, or is it?
We're gonna be going live from there.
Okay.
Oh, I'm glad we had that little talk first because I was really just feeling super tired.
I'm glad we was able to lift your spirit.
Yeah. I'm just ready
Where,
to
girl?
run this rest of this week down so I can be back to normal over it. You already live?
Cardi, be careful.
That's like a what they be calling them?
Or the I like it beat. That'll be
Oh yeah,
Oh,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah, that's Blue
Good thing.
Mars, Bruno Mars or something. Yeah.
What is that
Now,
like?
you know the one. I like it like that.
Oh, okay,
No.
yeah. I thought you said that Bruno
Cardi.
Mars.
Please me.
I like
That's
it.
the name of that.
Girl, don't put that
I
young
like
blue on there, honey. Yeah. That shit will be out on the
baby.
curb,
I'd
honey.
be like, please me. Girl, that's the best.
Girl, I love that song.
I like that too.
You okay with
Yeah,
that?
I'm okay with that.
That's cute.
Okay, let's make sure it's not too loud. All right, let's get this thing started because
We are behind schedule and got into our personal endeavors.
they'll be strong. They'll be alright. We gonna do this shit tonight. Which I want to do. I can curse on here.
Can yeah, because it's like Pamela name too.
But I'm not gonna curse during your podcast because we're trying to recruit young girls.
Alright.
So we're gonna keep it professional, and then we're gonna get into some other things.
I can't wait to come on here, girl. We're gonna have a solid week. I'm gonna bring the whole
And we are live. Welcome to the third episode of Universal Language. Hey, I'm the skirt with the dirt, and I have Miss D here from I Am Girls Empowerment Inc.
Yes.
Good evening. How are
Good
you?
evening,
I'm
good
so glad that you were
evening.
able to make it in and come and bless my podcast. I'm so excited about your movement that you have going on with these girls, and I know that you have an event coming soon. But first, before we get into all of that, let's talk about the mission of I Am Girls Empowerment.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. I just want to let you know I am so ecstatic about being here. Love your energy so far. Thanks for the
You're
invitation.
welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I Am Girls Empowerment is all just what it is. I Am Girls Empowerment. Basically, what I Am Girls do, we're a girls mentoring program covering Pine Bluff, Arkansas, and surrounding areas. You don't have to be from Pine Bluff, but that's kind of where we started from.
Okay.
Basically, what we do, and our main mission is to empower the girls, mentor them, and let them know who they are after the I am. A lot of people say, I am, how did you get that name? I tell people all the time, who are you after the I am?
Right.
If anybody asks me, I can go on, I am Danniesha Murphy. I am God-fearing. I am confident. I am ambitious. I am goal-oriented. A lot of people don't know who they are after the I am.
And that's what made me reach out to you, because I love affirmations. I make them for myself all the time. And when I was reading your mission and what your goals are with these girls, I was like, this is exactly what we need in our community. I mean, you have so many girls who don't have anybody to talk to, or don't have any
Exactly.
way to express themselves or any direction.
Exactly.
And what you're doing is like so right on time, and
Yeah.
it's just so exciting to even be able to sit here with you and talk about this, because I mean, people my age don't know who they are. It's just like you said, and you named off about 6 or 7 things that you are. And I mean, just like
Right,
that.
right.
And the next person will be
Right.
like, I am.
Right.
You
And,
know.
and it's normal. And I tell people how I am came about, because it was a point in time in my life I was confused who I was.
Right.
I tell people my testimony. My boyfriend got killed in 2004 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas, on Christmas.
Wow.
And 18, 19, you kind of still trying to figure out who are you. And at that age, I was kind of headstrong. I had this going on. I got this all planned out. But when he got killed, I was devastated.
Right.
I was confused. I was hurt. I was bitter. I was angry. I didn't know where to go from there. So over time, trial and error, hit and miss different things, I was like, Lord, I'm tired of feeling like this.
Right.
Show me the way. What do I need to do? So I had to go back to the drawing board. Danniesha, who are you? A lot of times people say you are who you are because of X, Y, Z, but now you are who you are because you got to find yourself.
Exactly.
So I said, okay, I ran for this for like 5 or 6, 7 years, maybe longer. I'm like, I'm a behind the scenes person. I tell people my personal professional background is legal and property management. Legal side, worked for the law firm for several years. Undergrad is in criminal justice, master's in legal studies, master's in public admin, and then I got the property management side.
So you
of
certified. Go, sis. That's what I'm talking about.
So
That's what's up.
when I got in property management, it was one of those things. I was in undergrad working on my first master's degree. The office that I was working for, the law office, he was moving out of town. I was like, I just need money.
Right.
I need money because I'm young. I'm in college. I need money to just go keep going so I can keep partying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing D right now. So that's how I got a property management. Went on the interview. Connie Sturm gave me a chance. She was like, I like you. I like your personality. I'm like, I don't even have this. I don't have the skills, but whatever it is to get the dollar. So I started as a leasing agent for like 3 months. They promoted me to assistant manager, manager to compliance, all that.
Okay.
So they used to put me at the roughest properties. And I'm like, why I gotta go over there in the hood? Why I can't go to the A+ properties? But what it was, God was setting me up then. Once I started going to these properties, most of them was hood, tax credit housing, low income housing,
Okay.
and you know what surrounds that.
Right.
A lot of single moms,
Mm-hmm.
kids, no
Dads.
two parent household. So I started, just mentoring. I always have that in me. I'm the baby out of all my friends, and they always see I always been the big sister.
Right.
I'm the littlest one, but I'm the big sister. I'm the voice. So I used to tell them, sweetie, you don't have to be stuck here. So I got to empower them. You don't have to be on housing forever. Just because
It's
you're
a stepping stone.
it's a stepping stone. You don't just because the child's dad here, you don't have to be a statistic, this and this and that. So I started empowering the women. Every property I go to, I empower them. Miss D, Miss D, Miss D. So as I empower them, the statistics change. They start paying rent better. They start, taking care of the household better. So the property's like, okay, well, we're gonna put her at the challenging one. This is what she do. We see that we put her over here. She changed these people around. So every property I went to, that was my goal. I was like, I was hurt. Because keep in mind, I still was dealing in 2004. My boyfriend got killed.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm hurt in the inside, but I'm going to do what I can to empower this woman. See something better, these kids. So every property I went to, I empowered them. I set up, credit repair programs. Just reaching out to different people I was connected to. I did food nutrition programs. I did connecting with GED assistants.
So this is just you spreading your network.
Yes,
and all of that.
I was kind of building up for where I'm in now.
Right.
I didn't have a platform or on the scene because I'm the type of person, I want to be behind the scenes. I don't want, Danniesha, right for this and that. I did this for you because this is what I do.
Right.
I don't want an award for it. So I have been doing this for a while, and as I was doing it, God was building me up too. I kept saying, well, I want to do something, give back to my community. I want to give back to Pine Bluff. Little Rock paid me, Pine Bluff raised me. That's where my peers at. I went to school there, college there, but I'm here in Little Rock. So it's one of those things, I was doing D.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord kept saying, okay, it's time. I'm like, not in time. I want to party. I want to go out of town. I want to hang out. I want to do this. I'm not ready. So over time, trial and error. One of those things, life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you're a mom too.
I'm a mom.
Yeah.
I have an 8-year-old son, Nicholas.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was one of the things, I'm like, okay, now I got a kid. So I'm gonna kind of push that to the backbone. Because I got my own focus now.
Right.
I can't help y'all do what I was doing at first because I got my own kid now. But, me being me, I'm going to give to, I'm always empty. That has always been my problem. I have been broken days, but I'm filling you up. I can be without days, but I'm gonna give you. I can be crying inside, but I'm come on, sis, you can cry on my shoulder.
Right.
And that was always my coping mechanism from dealing with that grief.
Missing your boyfriend.
For missing my boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I was still trying to figure out who I was, even though I was empowering people. I could speak to a dead situation. I could give CPR, but I was hurt.
Well, I'm going to tell you what really touched me when I was reading your vision back to the I Am Girls Empowerment is when I read the scripture that you refer to for what the organization is all about. I am what God says I am.
Yes.
And then, I had to flip it because I'm me and I got me and me. I know
Right,
me. So
right.
it's just all of that together. But I really feel like that came from a place where, God spoke to you. Because when I read it, it spoke to me.
Yes.
From a divine place like
Right.
that. And so I was just like, ooh, I felt the spirit on this.
And it's
was
basically the foundation. That's
it-
where it all comes
yeah.
from because like we said earlier, a lot of people don't know who they are.
Right.
It take a couple bumps and bruises on head to you to actually figure out. I have been mentoring. I started the program. I forgot to tell you a little bit of this. I launched it December 26, 2017, which is the death date of my dude. He got killed on December. He got the drive-by was on December 25th. He actually died December 26th. So it was my birthing purpose.
Wow.
So it was death to death, but birthing this new baby, which was
Wow.
I Am's Girls Empowerment.
Life after death.
It's like, there you go, life after
I get
death.
it.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it this day, and that's what kind of comes. So I'm like, Lord, okay, what's next? He was like, you already know what's next. You are who I said you are. No matter what nobody say, you are who I said you are. I need you to go back and get it to my girls.
Right.
A lot of girls deal with mental health issues. So one of our power sessions, we teach mental health is real. A lot of my girls that came about depression. That's some mental health issues. If you don't get that treated properly, it leads to other things, right?
And I'm glad that the stigma is changing in our community and people are learning how to address it and notice these different things that go on mentally,
Yes.
because it affects everything.
Everything. I was depressed for 10 years didn't even know I was depressed.
Right.
You know, I was dealing with hurt and pain, didn't even know I was dealing. I look back, I said it was nothing but God, because I held on to that grief and pain, putting it at the back for 10 years. I released it in 2014. I found and said, Lord, I don't want to feel this way. Lord, I just said, Lord, I give it to you.
You need a fresh wind.
I just needed it. And when
Yeah.
I said yes to his will, yes to his way, that's when he gave me tests, to, prepare me for this
Yeah.
platform, like I was saying about the power classes. Our main goal is to show young girls who you can be after I am. One of our segments, finance. Show them the value of the dollar. Education. Show them the importance of education.
Okay, let me stop you on that part. Remember that point, but the finance part. Do you feel like at this day and age that we're in that should be implemented into our school system?
It is most definitely one of the most important things of your life.
I
Because if you get your, I tell people all the time, first year of college, Capital One City, I had every credit card that you can name.
Right.
So if I was properly prepared, not to just spend, it could have helped me later in credit preparedness. You know, if I knew to say, because when I was 18, 19, 20, working at the law firm, I was making thousands of dollars. Guess what? The more I was making it, I was spending it. You know, I was spending. So in 2008, when the attorney I was working for, he had to go move back to where he from, I was like, I'm used to need this $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have no money. I didn't have nothing. I'm
no
like,
savings.
no savings or nothing. I was spending. It was nothing for me to go out of town and spend $200, $300, $400, $500 on a purse.
Right.
Because I know I was gonna get it back.
Right.
It was nothing for me to go out and eat. Me and my friends, we partying up, spend $100 at the bar, and I'm just being transparent. You know, it was nothing. I wasn't thinking on a transparent level, preparing for my future. Credit, finances is the best thing that you can attain.
I think that's
it
something
prepare
that we need
you.
in schools. But I just wanted to say,
Yes.
point that part out. If
Yes.
somebody important out there hears that,
Yes.
and working on improving these schools, we definitely need
We
some financial
definitely
literacy
need that.
classes.
And another segment is girls' health. Women's health. A lot of time, little girls don't know the importance of or the proper way to clean their own bodies. Hygiene. A lot of them, the girls that we focus on 2018. That's the menstrual cycle starting. A lot of them don't even know the proper way to change their napkin.
Yeah.
So that's the point of our session is showing them how the proper way health-wise. So it's a lot of different parts that we focus on: building self-esteem, teamwork, anything social, economic, personal development. That's where our goal is. So it's not just a set thing; it's an all-around thing to
And I
show
like
them
that.
are who they are after I am.
So is there like, in order to, how would girls go about signing up with your program? Like, do you guys meet regularly, or is it just
Okay, so with the program, our website, IamGirlsEmpoweredInc.org, we have a camp starting April the 13th. It's April 13th to December the 14th, and those were the sessions started. However, that's just the camp.
Okay.
But I Am Girls Department is an organization in its own. You can come attend. We have monthly events. We have mentoring sessions. So different components of it with college readiness. Different whatever you need for us to make the greater you. Then we have those resources.
Right. And I like that. I was wondering as you were talking about the different things with the girls, the services that you all offer and things like that. Do you encourage like their parents to be involved? Do you ever have anything for the
I'm so
parents?
glad that you said that. Any parents that's
everything starts
listening,
at home.
yes. I'm so glad that you said that, because any of my parents that's listening, what we do is a requirement. It is on our application. As we empower your daughter, we want to empower you too. We have partnered up with Women Helping Women, Living Refuge, Sister Charmaine Brown, and she have a women's ministry that the mothers are required to attend one meeting a month. It's every Monday.
Good.
And you have to require in order for your daughter to continue the program. It's mandatory, because there's no sense if we're empowering your daughter and speaking into her I am, being positive to her, and getting her where she needs to be, if you still dealing with brokenness, or you still dealing with bitter, or you still dealing with an absent father, or whatever the issue is, it won't balance. Because they 12 to 18, they gotta still stay with the parents. So as we empower the girl, we want to empower the mom. So.
Exactly, so that they can bounce off each other, keep each other empowered. I like that.
Yes,
and so the camp, you said, is starts in April the 18th.
April the 13th.
13th, I'm sorry, April the 13th.
Yes, ma'am.
Through December.
14th.
So these are those sessions where you're gonna break down
Yes.
everything from the financial part of it, the
Yes.
hygiene and
Yes.
everything else,
Everything
I am
else.
affirmation.
Yes, ma'am. And
I
also,
love
the
that.
awesome thing about it, we have reached out to community partners, and they are the ones that community partners, like different professionals that will host those programs. So we have a professional person that's a mental health nurse or doctor that come in and talk about mental health. We have an educator that'll come in and talk about the importance of education. Bank managers, branch managers, CEOs of banks, they'll come in and talk about the finance part of it. Partner with a nurse. And just got word 2 other doctors are on the board to come up and talk about the women's health about it. So it's a partnership. You know, my favorite saying is it take a village to raise a family. And it's so cliche, but it's for real.
It is.
We
very
can't do
true.
this all by ourselves. We always tell people, hey, we need your help. Any part that anyone can play in the Pablo community, please, please, please reach out to us, because it's not a I, it's a us.
Definitely.
You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, I don't want them to be involved. No, we need you.
And that's the thing that I like as well with these type of programs, and empowering each other, because that's
Yes.
what we need to get back to as a community.
Yes.
We need to get back to that, because back in the day we would hear about things going on in the community and it was like a family.
Right.
But now
Right.
it's like, don't say nothing to my kids.
Yes.
But your kids out here tripping and you
Right.
ain't never at home. So,
Never at home.
it's like, what do you do in situations like that? But it's just like you said, it takes a village, and if just one person starts it, then they have a domino effect.
And then also, not does it take a village. I want to also give a personal shout out because we've been linking up partnership with YBL, with founder and CEO Brian Cal and Lucas Armstrong, and they got the boys youth basketball league.
Okay.
We've been linking up with them. Let's work this thing out. We got the girls. We can we can empower them, and we do this partnership with y'all. Y'all got the boys. Also, Uncle Yo cares if no one else cares. He's a reform guy from the streets. So he's reaching out from a street point of it.
Is he in Pine Bluff?
He's in Pine Bluff as well.
Okay.
So we're trying to link up and just do something. It starts somewhere.
Right.
And not only that, they got some more other awesome organizations saying that I actually been back and going. TOPS is a good program that's down there that doing empowerment and tutoring, a reform. So it's a lot of them. So it's all about partnering and with that same goal in mind, serving the youth. It ain't about my organization, it ain't about their organization. It's about how can we service everyone.
And then too, everyone has a different mission and
Yes.
a different goal that they want to reach with these
Right.
kids. So I totally get it. I love what you're doing.
Thank
I'm
you
glad
so
that you were
much.
able to come up today. And I'm just really empowered and truly, excited for you and
Thank you.
things that are about to come about with you and your program and these girls. Because one thing about it, a lot of girls go through a lot of different things and people don't understand. And when people don't understand, they tend to just kind of stay away from
Right.
it.
Or judge.
Yeah, or judge.
Yes.
But with it being kids, you just kind of have to be patient these days, and you
Yes.
have to be able to relate to them. They have to be able to trust you in order to get that breakthrough. And you give me the vibe that these
Yes.
girls are gonna come to you because you're not going to judge them. You're gonna
Because-
understand and be able to feed them something that they can
Yes.
use for their life.
And because I tell them what's been an icebreaker for the girls that I have mentored thus far is, I've been there.
Yeah.
I might not be battling that same issue that you battled, but I've been there once before. My biggest testimony is a mother reached out to me. Actually, a juvenile officer reached out to me when I first launched and said, hey, Danniesha, I see what you're doing. I have this mother that's died out. She asked for help. First of all, a lot of people don't ask for help.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, I need help with my daughter. The pastor tried to talk to her, the police tried to talk to her. I done reached out. I'm about to just give her to the system. I said, no, ma'am, please don't let me. Please don't give up on her. I prayed with the mother. We prayed so hard. It was just dynamic. And I was like, don't give up on her. I kid you not. And that was in, I want to say January. Here it is, March, April. She have did a whole 360.
Really?
When I say a whole 360, I'm like, this is not the same baby. Because at first, she was tough. She was tough.
But that's because
I had to break her down to build her back up. And then my most thing, I listen.
Yes.
I listen. Okay, well, what's causing you to act so angry? What's causing this? And then when I got down to the root of, she was dealing with multiple things. So once I said, okay, I know the problem. Let me build her up. And once I build tough shoulder, I care. She texts
And
me.
that's a lot of what the kids need is someone to listen to them and actually care.
Yes.
And really, they want someone to parent and discipline them.
That's it.
And
That's it.
people don't think, they think, oh no, I don't want them to be mad. Baby, they're not gonna stay mad. They gonna feel some type of way in
Right.
that moment. But
Right.
after that, trust me, my daughter is 21, and she can
Wow.
tell you, because she'll be like, my mama don't play. She used to tell her friends all the time, my mama don't
Right.
play. My mama mean, but my mama nice too.
Right.
You
Right.
know,
Right.
because you
Right.
got to follow these rules. I'm a disciplinarian. I don't
Right.
play it.
Right.
So,
Right. And it got to start from somewhere
Yes.
because I tell these moms that you are the foundation. And these days, in our community, everybody's scared to get help. If you need help, go get help.
go get help.
That's what it's all about. That's what these different programs are. That's what these different resources. And I commend this mother. She said, D, I need help. And guess what? I dived in. And,
she
part
really
of
didn't want to
the
give up on her baby.
she really did.
Yeah.
But as a single mom, you dealing with this obstacle, that obstacle, the dad's not there, you dealing with those issues, you try to work 12 hours,
Overwhelmed.
you overwhelming.
Mhm.
Sometimes the devil, the enemy, he will fog your mind. So sometimes you gotta say, you know what, Lord, I can't do it, but I'm gonna give it to someone that can. And a lot of times these kids sometimes will listen to the outside more than they listen to home.
Yeah.
But even with that, I put her on assignment. She have to message me every morning, give me her IM, whether it's beautiful, confident, whatever it is.
Every morning.
Every morning before she go to school, she have to IM me that, and then when she messages me that, and then when she get in the evening, she have to give me a summary
Okay.
every day
Of her day.
of her day, 7 days a week. I need to know about the homework. I need to know your challenges, your pros, your cons, everything, and then I get a report from the mom. Mom, how she doing? This particular girl, her and her sibling was having some issues. Her and the siblings now. I set them all down, and I mentioned one session. Y'all need each other. Let's break this curse now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's break it. Whatever it is right now, we're gonna bind it in the name of Jesus, and we're gonna move forward.
Mm-hmm.
And that sometimes it needs that reconstruction. Get you on the right track. Haven't had no problems out the baby ever since. Her grades, I'm talking about turn 360. I'm telling her, hey baby, keep your hair up. Comb your hair, put your lip gloss on. You attract how you look. So you looking mad,
Girl,
you gonna
if I
attract
say
mad
that
things.
all the
It's all about
time. It is. The laws of attraction are real.
the laws of attraction good. So guess what? She sent me a picture. I got my lip gloss on, Miss D.
Right.
My mom got my hair done. I kept it up. So it's all about empowering their IM. Speaking these positive things into them. That one, you can be whoever you want to be. Two, it takes positive thoughts to get positive action.
Absolutely.
I support you.
Absolutely.
And I correct them too. Parents, if you listening, I do correct them. If you call and say, hey D, my daughter's dealing with that, I get them right on the line and say, hey, this is what it is. I told one of my girls, I am Little Rock, but I'm gonna come to Pine Bluff. Straighten up. You only have one choice.
And she got it together.
She got it together. You gotta build that. You gotta build that bond. You gotta build that trust. That trust.
Up. Yeah.
You got to, because if not, so she got something to look forward to. Oh Lord, I got to do right, not only for myself but Miss D.
But you're teaching accountability and responsibility,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
that is so important, because I think that is one of the things that we lack in this generation, this time that we're living in. Even adults,
Yes.
because
I've been there.
Yeah, I mean, we all have.
Yes,
We
yes.
all fall short at some point, but it's about picking yourself up and getting back on track. And I just want to say thank you for everyone for tuning in. And if you're just tuning in, I have special guest in Danniesha Murphy. I am Girls Empowerment CEO. I want to call her a life coach now. She's turning some things around in the community, and it's a really great thing. Also, a special shout out to our sponsor, Seafood Junkies out there. Make sure you like the page, Seafood Junkies Little Rock, and check out all of their specials and all the good stuff that they do. I like the crab tray.
You know what? I've been meaning to catch Seafood Junkie.
Really?
I'm not even a seafood person, but just his display. He does an awesome job. It's like, ooh, I like that. And then I see he got that chicken pasta.
It's so good.
He is a man on the grind. I like that. Yes, and I follow him actually, and I'm like, I like what he's doing in the community here in Little Rock. They're just like, okay. So Seafood Junkie, I will be able to see you soon. It's all about that. It's all about the support.
It
It's
is.
all about the support.
And we're now living in a time now where, us as a community, we're starting to be more entrepreneurs. We're starting to link up.
Yes.
And, during this time, it just made me think about Nipsey Hussle
Yes.
and the things that he had
Yes.
going on in LA before he was murdered, in
Yes.
front of his store, which was just unbelievable.
Yes.
Still just a massive blow to the hip hop community, to LA, to anybody, you
Yes.
know, that he inspired. I like what he stood for,
Yes.
you know, and I just hope that whoever he's partnered with during that, they will continue to lead to do his work.
Right.
To
The
do his
legacy
work,
was
yes.
definitely real. And actually, one of my girls had asked me what my thoughts was about that, and I put a post on. I was like, this kind of hit the community kind of
It's
tough. Because not
From a
only
lot
does
of different
yes, from a
angles.
lot of different angles, not only did he stand for change, I like how he took, you know, he was transparent.
Yes.
This is what I used to be, but I educated myself, and this is where I'm coming now. I want to educate a man that I can love a woman. I want to educate a man to, you know, get these business put back into your community. So that alone is the three things that our community kind of struggle from, you know. So those three things alone, I respected him to a new level, and also the change,
Yes.
the movement, and he was just who he was. And I was telling when my girl asked me like, how did I feel about that, you know, and how, you know, all the assumptions, you know, the government did it or this person did it, that
Girl,
X,
don't
Y,
get me
Z.
started on those
So you know,
Facebook
even that's what I'm
conspiracies.
saying. Oh
I'm
my
like,
God,
come
that
on,
made
y'all.
so much. But I
Yeah.
told her, I said, I'm a stronger believer that what the devil meant for bad, God meant it for good. Because if you didn't know who he was, or you didn't know,
now.
you know now,
Definitely
and you
know now.
research it, and it's so trending on the internet sites where
I mean,
who
it's
is
made
Nipsey
CNN.
is made CNN.
Yes.
So that right there alone is powerful. So-
You know, when I heard the news, I was actually at work Sunday night, doing my back in the day Sunday show, and it popped up, and I was just like, what? I was taken back by it because I knew that he had the documentary about Dr. Sebi's
Yes.
teachings and his methods that was coming up that he was working on, as well as his real estate projects, which he's
Right.
been doing that for
For years, yes.
you know, but it was that this was a man with a plan. This was
With a
a
plan.
man with a family. This is a man with a background.
Yes.
But not only that, just his consistency and his endurance for the game, because
Yes.
he never stopped
He never
rapping,
stopped.
even though he had these crazy deals. He wasn't selling the units. He was
Yes.
just, you know, but it was just that pure passion
Yes.
for the game that kept him going, and then Grammy nominated.
Yes,
You know, just all of a
yes.
sudden everything just started going in his favor.
Yes.
Grammy nominated, and then I went further to look at some things. I remember when he dropped the CD that he was selling for $100.
$100.
The album.
Yes.
Jay-Z
Yes.
supported. He bought
Yes.
10. I think he sold 1,000 of those
Yes.
units, and then he had another one that he recently did, and it was $1,000 a
Yes,
CD, and
I
he
seen
had
that
sold
too.
60 units
I
of
seen
it.
that.
And I was
Yes.
like, how creative is that?
Yes.
Like, how strong is your mind to think that you can actually sell somebody your music
And
for
it-
$100?
Right, and
You
that's
know,
what
so
they
you
were
must
saying.
have yeah, buy
Right.
my music. How much is it? It's $100.
What?
What?
That's the first impression.
Yes.
Here goes a $10 donation.
Donation.
You know, but keep going, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even with that alone, let you know he had the entrepreneurial spirit. And I also was thinking back, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm all for the love story of him in London, of
Right,
Lauren.
Lauren.
So that's when I started following them, probably about a year or two ago, because I was like, oh, that's cute.
They cute. They real cute.
Oh, I like how he loving her, and you know that's
Yes.
right there that kind of got me to him. And then once I started seeing the love, I started, you know, researching him. So that's what I was kind of hurt, but I was like, wow, you know, I've been following him for a year or two on social media,
Mhm.
but in that year I noticed God was giving him his best life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
'Cause his
Everything
love
was popping.
serious.
It was popping. So God was preparing him for what was next.
Even I think they did a spread in GQ.
Yes.
And GQ
Yes.
went to Crenshaw and
Yes.
did. I was just like, wow, like all of this, you know, highlighting this community, the things that this man was doing, and then to see the interviews from everyone else in the community
In the
that
community,
that
yes.
was affected
yes,
by the
yes.
movement in a good way.
In a good way.
I mean, it was just, it was heartbreaking.
It was very
It was
heartbreaking.
heartbreaking.
And if it didn't touch you in some type of way, it just like, I was like, wow. And I'm
You
gonna
gotta
be
be
honest.
dead
You gotta
inside.
be, because I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, oh, my heart was like,
Yes,
oh
I felt
my
some
God.
type of way.
I felt some type of way. And I was telling a coworker, just because you don't know a person physically, but just by the movement of things they do, you connect somewhere.
should be
You know,
inspired by
you should be
that.
inspired. So I'm just like, that was a big loss.
Yeah,
it was a big loss.
Definitely,
was a
it
big
definitely
loss.
was. It's been really great talking with you, Danniesha. Well, let's kind of talk a little bit more off subject.
Okay.
Okay, so we can get to know the woman. We know you professional. We know you got your business and all of that. How many degrees you said? About 3. So
Yes,
you know,
yes.
she degreed up. She's
Yes.
certified for sure.
All praise to God.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Yes.
But like, on your leisure time, I know you have a son and everything. But what, as a woman, like, what do you like to do just on your free time? No kids, no mentor time. You know, I
Right,
like
right.
to. What do you like?
What
to
I
do?
like to do in my free time, travel.
Okay, so what's one of your favorite places to go?
That's so Miami.
Miami.
For so many different reasons. But
Okay.
that's what I really like to do in my free time. I like to get travel dates with my friends. Hey, let's plan a trip. You know, that's like the escape, you know, from work, home, mommy.
Just
You know, we as
relax.
women, we got so many titles.
We do.
So I'm just like, okay, this is my leisure. This is where I can let my hair down. I can enjoy different type of foods. I can go on boat rides if I want to skin it. Whatever I want to do, that's my time. So that's what I like to do outside of everything else.
Okay, that
Yes.
sounds good. I'm planning to go to Miami for my birthday
You will love
in
it.
August. It'll be my first time.
I'm August the 8th. I'm a Leo.
I am too. I'm the 18th.
What?
Yes,
No
and your
wonder
birthday,
energy.
right? And your birthday is the same day as my grandfather's.
Oh wow!
So, yes,
He is
on the
was an awesome man.
8th. Outstanding. Outstanding.
One thing about us Leos, we are very strong.
Yes.
We can handle a lot. Outspoken. I get in a lot of trouble for that. Can be a little bossy.
People tend to take it the wrong
And
way.
that's my name should be misunderstood because I'm just so I'm telling you, an ace and a spade.
Yeah.
It have got me in a lot of trouble. You know a lot of things. Lost friendships, lost co-workers and type of stuff. And I'd be like, I had to be checked myself. I'm like, well, Lord, did I come off like that? That wasn't what I meant. And I'm like, I can't change it because this is what I meant. I don't mean it in a bad way, but my perception, people like, ooh, she say anything, you know.
Misunderstood. I understand you.
Thank you.
I get it because people be like, "You really gotta say it like that?"
Yes.
But I'm direct. as
I'm
well.
very direct.
I'm direct,
I'm
and I
very
just feel like
direct.
there's no need in not saying what it is, addressing it. I
Right.
can't dance around
That's me.
topics.
So
you
we,
know.
we understand each other.
Yeah,
And that's
so-
basically how it is. But you know, like even in my growth process, I'm just asking God, you know, make me a better D, you know?
every day.
Every day, because when I accepted this this assignment, I'm gonna be honest. I was made to do this. I'm gonna be just very transparent. This was not what I was trying to do this fast. I had a near death situation.
Wow.
I had a surgery, unexpected surgery, where I had to have. It was supposed to be an outpatient, but it wound up being a inpatient. I was in the hospital almost a week, out, so no work for 6 to 8 weeks. Just laying on my back. Yes, basically laying on my back.
Wait a minute. So how did the outpatient surgery turn to this?
And just being transparent, it was I don't know if you're familiar with hernia is.
Yes.
When I was pregnant with my son, he was almost 10 pounds, and he stayed in a different position in my stomach, so it made my stomach muscles weak. So I had a year after I had him, I had one surgery, and then the mesh that was in my stomach, it was defected. So it started turning and connecting with my stomach organs, and I was in pain all the time. But I'm gonna keep pushing. Oh, it don't hurt me. I'm gonna keep pushing. So one day they was like, my blood pressure was going up, and they was like, well, you don't have blood pressure problem, Miss Murphy. You know, so I kept wanting. I'm like, well, something going on. So they did the test, and they was like, I was like, my stomach is hurting really, really bad. This is when my blood pressure was up, and they was like, well, it's probably the mesh. You know, the hernia came back. So they was like, okay,
Seems like I've seen commercials about
Yes.
that with a lawsuit.
Yes.
Are you in on the lawsuit? Look, since we on the subject.
We'll talk about that on the episode. You know, tell me
Okay.
about money now.
Oh yeah, that ain't none of y'all business. They gonna talk.
But, oh my God. So it was one of those things. They were like, okay, you gotta have surgery. I was like, surgery? Now I had this 10-pound baby, a C-section. I had this. I'm not having no more surgery. So they was like, oh, you got to. So they was gonna do a laparoscopy, 3 small little cuts.
Yeah.
Got in there. They had to cut my stomach open.
Oh,
Old school
no.
style, yes. So in the midst of them doing a surgery, they lost me. My oxygen level was going lower and lower. So they had to bring me back twice. In the midst of them bringing me back, it's like I had I understand, you know, that talk with God.
Right.
Because I was like, I didn't know what was going on. It's like I was leaving here. I was kept in and out. I was like, Lord,
What's
I had
happening?
I went old school. You know, back in the day, they said you gotta tell God what He said. I was like, Lord, you said in your word, Lord, you know, I just said everything. I said everything. Lord, you said in your word that you promised me this.
Yeah.
You know, what about Nicholas? I can't leave my baby like this. I know mommy and daddy will take care, but I need to be here for my son. Lord, what about my purpose? What about it? This being God. What about it? Lord, I'm ready.
So that's when you got ready?
That's when I got ready.
Ooh,
That's when I got ready.
that's
I
deep.
started saying yes to your will, yes to
your
your way. And that what
Girl, you
came
might be my
back.
soul sister. You've been psychic for long.
Yeah, so that, I'm gonna be honest. You know, we said we was gonna be honest on the show. That what brought I am about. Because I'm gonna be honest, I will still be out here trying to do things, trying to book trips to Miami, work, home, church, you know, do my regular stuff, my community little stuff, do my donations here, do my due diligence. But I didn't want to be on the front line. Look, God said it's time. And the first time, I guess I wasn't sincere enough. I was like, Lord, I'm ready. So he okay. He was like, no, you're not. So I went out again. They pumping me up. Lord, I'm ready. I surrender.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in this process, I done lost friendships. I done lost connections. People that I thought was going to be there wasn't there. You know, God was just showing me so much. You know what I'm saying? He was opening my eyes to a lot of stuff because he was preparing me for my purpose. I had to birth the purpose.
Right.
So I tell people, I am Girls in Power. It's a whole line of a story behind it. You know, it's not for fame or, you know, you got to be passionate about the purpose.
You do. I mean, especially when you are giving of yourself to empower and uplift
Yes,
others.
it's sacrifice.
Everybody can't do that. Everybody cannot do that. And it is a lot of sacrifice of yourself.
Of self, if
Yes.
nothing else. So I just say, Lord, yes to your way.
And then
Yes,
staying
to
in
your will.
alignment because
Yes.
there is no way that you could do that and be living sideways.
You can't.
You know, you can't jump in and out of roles like that.
And you know, and I'm glad you speak of that. You battle with your flesh daily.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So my prayer always is, Lord, you know, when you see me going the other way, Lord, you know,
Pull
put
me
me back. You know, because I want to be in the will.
Mhm.
I want to be in the way. It's time to wake up. You know,
Definitely.
but at the same time, Lord, you know, work on D, so I can be a better D, so I can give them a better them. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because a lot of time people be holding the mask. It's time to take the mask
Mask
off. You know, like
Yeah.
that song "Mask Off."
Yeah.
So and it's truly true. So I don't no line. I'm not perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm flawed, and you know, just like anybody else.
We
But
all
with God's
are.
help,
Right.
I am who I say I am.
Absolutely.
I'm
Who are you,
Danniesha
girl?
Murphy.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So with
I like
God's
that.
help, I am. You know, I am Girls Empowerment. Also, my team is awesome. I
Yes.
can't do this without me. I can't do this without my team. You know, two of my people here today, Carlisha, she's in the
Hey,
background.
Carlisha.
Ashley Taylor, she's in the background.
Hi, Ashley.
You know, shout out to them. My president, Amy Lowe.
Shout out to Amy. What
Yes,
up, though?
she wasn't Amy here. She's in Palm Bluff. LaPortia Moore.
LaPortia. What's
She's
good?
in Roseboro. Sharika
You all
Ashley.
over.
Yeah, Sharika Ashley, Shawani Milton, Amelia Randolph.
Okay.
So I got a
What's up,
team.
ladies?
Dr. Suzette Bloodman, Garfield Bloodman, Patricia Green. I have a lot of support. You know, I cannot do it without the support. I tell people all the time, this ain't even about us. It's about our girls. It's
That's
about
right.
the community. So I want to thank God for that, you know, because without them, there's no I am.
Right.
So,
I get it.
yeah,
And
so,
I love it. I
thank
definitely
you,
love
thank
it.
you.
And I wish you well on your endeavors and everything that
Thank
you have
you.
going with this and anything in your life. Like, you the bomb. The
Thank you.
bomb.com. And
Thank
I'm loving
you,
the
thank
vibe.
you.
And hey, I might send my baby on down.
Send
there.
her down.
Yes.
You know, and not
Oh,
only
yeah. What's the ages?
it's
Let's talk
from
about
12 to
that.
18,
12 to 18.
but we do have baby IMs. And what
Okay.
we do is, because every month we have an event. You know, we spoke about the event. We have a event April the 20th, you guys, community East End Hunt at Bel Air Middle School.
Okay.
And it's open to the communities. Because that's what we want to do, build back the communities, because it started with the family.
I shared that. I shared that flyer on the page, so make sure you look on there and you'll see it.
And events like that, it's not only for Palm Bluff. Community is community.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in April. In May, we having a Mommy and Me
Okay.
event.
Is it?
Palm Bluff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is it like a brunch?
It's
or-
a brunch.
Okay.
Yes, and we got, you know, a speaker, you know, different lineup, little cute little stuff for the mommies and me.
Okay.
In June, we having a dance with our father.
Nice.
You know, so it's different things that goes back to the alignment of the mission and the value.
I
You
like
know,
that.
September is a month that's dear to me. I'm having a sickle cell awareness for my honor my nephew. He battled with sickle cell. Sickle cell is the most not less talked about disease, but it affects our African Americans. Oh my God, it's really deep. You know, to sit and see my nephew and my brother Darius Smith. Shout out to him, he's very strong. To sit and see my nephew have to be given morphine because he in so much pain.
Yeah.
You know, that's strong, even for a adult. You know,
Yeah.
so you know, battle this disease. So we're gonna do. I got a be a match donor. They, you know, worldwide now they're gonna come down and set up and help us get the sickle cell awareness out. So we got a lot of things aligned. You know, it don't stop with just mentoring the girls. Like I say, it's our job and mission to empower them on other areas or aspects of life, social, mental, physical, spiritual, any way that we can, education level. So it don't stop with the mentoring part.
Cool. Well, can you give out your website again?
Yes, I am Girls Empowerment, inc.org. If you can't get me on the website or you trying to get some immediate answers, my phone number 501-283-3254. I social sites, Facebook and Instagram. So either one of those, someone to contact you. So if you want to help, you want to volunteer, you want to be a mentor, you want to be a sponsor, we need you. We not turning down no helping hands. Anybody can be a part of I Am Girls Empowerment. It's not a private organization. It's a community organization.
I love it. I love it. I want to thank you for joining
Thank
me.
you for
I gotta
having
bring
me.
you back. You know, you got so many things going on. I'm sure we'll connect again in the community.
Yes.
But it was really great to sit here and talk with you about all things girls. I am
Yes.
girls empowerment. That's so dope. When I first saw it on Facebook, I was like, "What is this?
Yes.
Is this you?"
And then you messaged me. Shout out to you.
Yes.
You was like, "Hey, this is what I need." And I was like, "Oh, I like this. Is awesome."
Yes.
Because you get so. I'm gonna be honest. You know, when I first told a couple people about what I was trying to do, they was like, "D, I don't know. You know, you might have to get the support. You know, non-profit. You don't have the money right then. You gotta do this." And I was like, "I'm gonna do it."
That means
And when I
nothing.
tell you, I have got so much support.
Yeah.
So much support, even such as yourself.
Yeah.
You know, when I learned that you was you was one of the first text messages me on saying, "Hey, this is what you do. Why you want to do that?" So shout out to you.
Yes, you're
You know,
welcome.
because I tell people connections, network, it means a lot.
Right.
Word of mouth is everything. So thank you for thinking of I Am Girls Empowerment. So and I think my team they will be as grateful as everybody else. So
Yes. Well, Danniesha, again, Miss D. I'll be looking. You know, I'm always on Facebook, so I will be looking and
Thank
seeing what's
you.
going on. I like the page. Make sure y'all go like the I Am Girls Empowerment page, you know. And I'm going to be keeping up with your moves.
please do.
I
Please
will.
do.
Thank you for joining us for the third episode of Universal Language. It's been real. Make sure you check out I Am Girls Empowerment.
That was good.
That was dope.
Yeah.
We should do.
Good.
Let's.
That
You
was
gave
a
me
great
so
energy.
many ideas for
Ace, we need to do
no for my
Your-
session.
What
Girl, you know
session?
I got a deep story.
She said, what session?
When we here on the podcast, when I get to tell you about my
Do you want to come and talk about your personal life?
girl, I don't know. I'm finna say some folks, honey.
Say
Yes,
about-
let's do it.
My memoir is Diary of an Uncouth Woman.
Uncool.
Wild, crazy, outrageous. From my divorce to my outside baby, to people saying, "Why'd you up here swabbing folks' mouth?" And you out here done had a baby on your husband, all that
You
kind of
did. I do want to talk.
stuff. I'm
No, because you
serious.
always hear the woman who has been done wrong by the man who had the baby and had to feel that. But the man, did he want to kill you?
man, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he went into
Girl.
depression and
Yeah.
then he got